Hey everybody, welcome back. I'm ArmoredCitizen and this is the takeoff and landing tutorial. So, getting right into it, we're in the Arena Commander and we've gone into free flight mode within the drone sim menu. And we have found there are 4 conveniently placed landing pads in this free flight. So, fly over to one of these landing pads here and we'll get going. So the first thing I would do, now you don't have to, but the first thing I would do before we start this is going to precision mode by pushing the V key. You'll see it switch down there. I am going to assume that you've watched the basic video on how to fly or that you know how to fly already. But so I like to put it in precision mode. Doesn't matter too much, but it's a lot easier for me. Now, another thing to know is that holding the Alt key while pushing the W key will allow you to strafe forward and strafe backwards. So, and what that means, so different than the throttle, that means that once you let go of the W key, you'll stop moving forward completely. It'll go back to 0. And the same with the S. It'll go backwards unless you let go of S, and then it'll stop you right away. If you're doing that with the throttle, it would just keep you going. It'd keep applying power, which can be a lot of trouble when you're landing. So we're going to be using the Alt W and S to get in position while landing. Okay, so you're over here, you're in precision mode, you're using your modifier to keep yourself strafing forward and back rather than throttling forward and back. And we're going to push the N key. The N key is going to, now make sure you do not hit Alt while you change your view. Your view button is F4, so if you hit Alt F4, you're going to close the game. So you can tell that we're in that mode. Now pressing F4 multiple times will get you into a different view, and the Z key will allow you to fly around your ship in some of the views but not in the others. So if it won't let you fly around your ship like I'm doing right here, hit the F4 key again and you'll get a view where you can. So pushing the N key, this is what it does on my ship. It's pretty sweet, so I'm going to show you. Push the land gear out and in. So long as you see your landing gear, you know you're in the right mode. Alright, so pushing the F key until I can see the heads-up display again in the cockpit here. And we're going to, while still in landing mode, again you can see landing gear deployed right here, so you know you're in it. We're going to fly up close to these landing pads until we see a indicator. And it's got to be getting close. Oh, there it goes. So right now we're closest to that left pad, so it's picked that one for us, but we don't want that one. We want this one. Why? I don't know, just because. But you notice that there's the square around these 2 landing pads. There's this one here, and there's this one here, and then there's a line. This line here shows that we have that pad selected. I'm going to fly over here so you can see what's going on. So this shows that this is the landing pad that we're okay to land on right now. But I want to land on this one over here. So all you have to do right now in the game, and I'll lock my cursor back in, is fly over here. And as long as it's green, as long as it's not red or orange, then it's a landing pad that you will be able to select once you're closest to it. So just get closest to the one you want to land on, and it will automatically OK you if it's the right size landing pad for your ship, and if it's not occupied or soon to be occupied. So once you do that, there's 2 different modes of landing. You can land automatically, or you can land manually. So for this first one, we're going to land manually, and then we'll do it the easier way and land automatically. The difference is that automatic landing is only available on designated landing pads. So if you want to fly over and land on an asteroid somewhere, it's not going to have any automatic landing system, and it's not going to have this cool little imagery down here showing your ship and your angle to anything. So anyway, let's fly over here. Again, Alt and W and S. Careful not to get your speed too far up, and careful to watch your angle comparatively to the landing pad. So you'll notice that I'm at an angle to it, and the little image down here, so the filled triangle, I'm well within it. You can see this circle here shows how much space I need for my ship. So I'm well within, but my ship's at an off angle, so it's going to flash at you like this. So if it's flashing, you need to just flatten out your ship. I'm going to do that right here, and you can see how it instantly changes to a much more pleasant, much more inviting color. So now what you're going to do is you're going to hold the control key. Now I like to go to an outside view for this, so letting go of any other keys, I'm going to hit the F4 key, and I'm going to hold the Z key until I get a good view of my ship, and then I'm going to use the control key, and I'm just going to tap it until I get right down onto the landing pad, and I'm down. So there we go. And that's all there is to it. That's how you land manually. Once you're down, it will say landing successful, and you can hold down the F key to get out of your ship and walk around. So, but before we get out of our ship, we're going to I'm going to show you how to do it automatically. So to take back off, just hold down the space bar. You'll fly straight up, and for this one I'm going to Alt S and just back up. Alright, so now I'm way out of position, but I want to auto land. So you still have to straighten yourself up to the landing pad, that's important, and get yourself just over top of it, doesn't really matter where. And then all you have to do once you're over top of it and you're close enough down that you have the pretty landing indicator down there, you just hold down the N key and it will just fly you in nicely. Now if at any time you want to stop, just let go of the N key and it will stop you from going down. So I'm going to keep holding it down, it'll get me down, and it'll just touch me down nice and softly onto the landing pad. And sweet. So as I was saying earlier, that's it for the landing tutorial. But to get out of your ship, which a lot of people don't know how to do, you hold the F key. So anyway, thanks everybody for watching. I hope this was some sort of help. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, or praise, feel free to leave it in the comments. Please subscribe and let me know what you'd like to see next.